Hello, I want to welcome you all to a class today that I believe is going to make a huge difference in the enjoyment of your life and the lives of your family. I want to talk to you today about how you can stay young for the first 100 years. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, now wait just a minute, that title sounds catchy and all, but do I really need to know how to stay young for the first 100 years? That seems pretty far-fetched and ambitious. Well, it's really not. You and your family need to start thinking about what it means for you to live a long time. So let's take a look at some of the facts. In the 1900s, our average lifespan was only 49 years of age. Now, there's no question that this is because many people died when they were very young. We didn't provide the kind of cures and we didn't have the kind of health care that we have today. But that's exactly the point. Our average lifespan today is 77.6 years and growing. In a recent study, scientists from the University of Texas has reported that by the year of 2050, there will be over 800,000 Americans at the age of 100, and many of them living to be 150. So this means that your kids need to think more about how they need to stay young than worry about how they're going to spend your inheritance. So this is the topic that you and your family need to know more about. If we're going to live a long life, we want that long life to be a quality long life. And we don't want to just merely exist on this planet. We want to be able to work and play and live on this planet and have a quality long life. So let's take a look at what long life has revealed. We have a huge group of baby boomers moving into the over 50 years stage of life. And this has revealed some major areas of health concerns that we'll face at the age of 50 if we don't do nothing to prevent it by the time we're 50. Such as we're seeing much more of a devastation of mental illnesses such as Alzheimer's. Now, this disease didn't just start, we just didn't hear a lot about it because dementia doesn't set in on a person until they're around 70 years of age. Also, it's revealed more of the importance of taking care of our skin. Old age alone has brought in a huge growth into the cosmetic surgery industry. More and more people are trying to correct the wrinkle problem that comes with old age. But I have to tell you, most importantly, the biggest problem we are facing is our musculoskeletal problems. Our mobility function, the ability to move like we're used to. We've increased our odds of living past the age of 80, and we've increased our lives activity. But we haven't increased the way that we prevent and take care of our spine. We are the first generation to see the first ramifications that come with living such a long life. And it has shown the true areas of neglect. And the stats show that the most common cause of functional disability in persons over the age of 50 is spinal disorders. And that is really important for us to know. How many of us plan on living past 50? How many of us plan on our families living past 50? So I'm going to talk to you about it like this. If your house is going to be robbed and all your possessions is going to be stolen, but I knew who was going to rob you and when, would you do something to prevent it? Well, today I can tell you what is going to rob you of your functional disability, your functional mobility, and when it's going to happen. So are you just going to let it happen? Or are you going to do something about it? Of course not. Let's do something to prevent it. So let's look at some areas of healthcare that we have improved on. We've improved in our tooth decay. We used to have much more cavities, and we used to lose teeth a lot more than we do today. But we have preventive measures that we can take now in order to keep our teeth and live with less pain in our teeth. Also, more and more people are living with less wrinkles. Since the year of 1997, there's been a 465% increase in cosmetic surgery. Just last year alone, 12 million people had cosmetic surgeries to get rid of another ramification that comes along with old age. But more importantly than your teeth and your wrinkles is your ability to move. And I think we all can agree that if we can't move, our lack of mobility will make us look a lot older than crow's feet. So what's the reason that we respond to our teeth and our wrinkles faster than we do our spine? It's for the simple fact that if our spine was on our face, we would take a lot better care of it. We don't wait till our teeth fall out before we do something about it. And we must not wait for our back goes out before we do something about it. Preventive care on our spine is huge because there's a ginormous chance that we're going to live 30 to 40 years past the age of 50. But why is this so much more important than your teeth? Because there's no such thing as a spine implant. You can't get a new spine. You get a new set of teeth, and there's many other organs that can be replaced. But if your back goes out, that's it. You have to live with the pain. And don't forget that this isn't limited to just back pain. You can't get a new neck either. 1 in every 3 adults suffer from neck pain. How many of you would love to be 50 and use your neck without experiencing pain? I think all of us would. So if 1 in every 3 adults suffer from neck pain, and 85 out of 100 adults suffer from low back pain, well, I think that's about as high of a statistic as I believe anybody needs to see in order to be convinced that we must take preventive care about this. So let's look at what can happen if we just let nature take its course. Take a look at this mobility graph. The numbers on the bottom represent your age, and the numbers on the side represent your percent of maximum mobility. As you can see, we reach at 100% around the age of 23. But look what happens from there. It just drops. By the time we're 50, we have 50% less of our mobility than we had when we were 23. And it continues to just drop. Because at the age of 60, we have 25%. So the question to this revealing graph is, can we do something to change the results? Is this something we can alter, or do we just have to live with it? Well, the good news is with a little bit of preventive care, we can increase the line on this graph. Look at the line now. The green line represents what can happen with preventive care. As you can see, if you take a little bit of preventive measures, you can maintain around 75% of your mobility till the age of 80. Now, isn't that what everybody wants? I think we all can agree that's what we want for ourselves and what we want for our family. Now, some of you here today may have the question, well, this is great and wonderful for someone who's young, but what about those who have already experienced pain? What about those of us who are already over the age of 50? Is it too late? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I want to congratulate you on getting in here now. But the first thing I must say is you need to follow through with your recommendation of care that you're given. You've been living... Stop it.